Alright guys, we're going to do a quick one here. I've already done it, so I want to just go over it with you. And if I get enough subscribers, I'll actually do detail to detail and show you how to make this. This is a pork and bean. It'll knock your socks off. It's got, you can use whatever you want. But I used white beans this time because that's what I had. If I had brown beans this time, that's what I would have used. To me, it doesn't matter as long as you cook them right. I put these beans in the fridge last night in the water, letting them soak overnight. Then I brought them out and I put them in here, halfway water. And it was probably about a half of one of these bags, I'll show you, of beans. And I simmered them for 2 hours. And then over here in the frying pan, I come over here and I took my boneless pork chop. That's what I used. You can use bacon. You can use bacon scraps. The package of bacon scraps, those will work awesome. But I always cook it first. Just like if you look in here, I've got fungus. I've got regular your button mushrooms as well in there. I saute all those. That's the way I like to do it. I like to brown my meat on all sides before I throw it in here because I don't like it looking white. Kind of reminds me of the store-bought pork and beans where it's all fat. Okay, now I was out of fresh garlic, so I was also out of onions, so there's no onions in it either. Normally there would be. So I just threw some garlic salt. You know, I prefer the fresh garlic, but I'm out. I didn't want to go to the store. Italian. Just to your taste. Chili powder. To your taste. And then I use a little meat tenderizer on the meat when I'm cooking it over here. And I do that just on the meat. And then in here, I always suggest it, even if you pull them out afterwards, throw at least a couple in there just for flavor. It's not going to make it super hot if you just take them out when you're done and don't let anybody eat them. But this is the fungus that I use, black fungus. And I'll show you over here. It's actually, I had probably a quarter of a bag here and a little under a half a bag here, so I just called it a half a bag. And that's the way I do it. It's whatever I have on hand. I use up what's left to make my pork and beans. And you can put whatever meat you like in there. You can add whatever you want to it. And the main ticket is letting it simmer. Letting it simmer. After I add that to it, it still simmers for at least another half hour with the lid off and letting the moisture get out of there. Because you want it nice and thick. You don't want it to where it's going to run off your plate when you put it on. You want it as a meal. Okay? And then you serve it with little rice and vegetables. Mix your vegetables in your rice. Put it in a cup or a little bowl. Flip it upside down on the plate. Make it look nice. And maybe the wife will give you back your sack if you're good enough. Now, if you really want to watch every detail on how to make this, start subscribing to the channel. Alright guys, you have a nice day, and see you on the next one.